Welcome back, guys. Today we're gonna check out one of my favorite things ever and also one of the creepiest things ever, conspiracy theories. These literally make you question your life, and today we're gonna check out the 10 most popular conspiracy theories, so let's go check it out. Give this video a big, huge thumbs up, and thank you for 215,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing, and here we go. Here we go. Yeah. These are like best to watch like late at night.
The 10 greatest conspiracy theories of all time.
Okay.
Number 10. The Illuminati controls the music industry.
My God.
In 2012, psychologist Annette Schirmer proved the way that humans process information is profoundly altered by the music that we listen to. Some believe the mysterious world government or Illuminati controls the music industry to manipulate the thoughts of the masses. Conspiracy theorist Mark Dice believes that many of the most successful contemporary artists have sold their souls for fame. In exchange, the Illuminati controls their output and inserts its ominous messaging into their songs and music videos. As an example, Dice cites Rihanna's
I actually don't really believe that. I think anyone, if you work hard enough, could become famous, and people think that if you're famous then you have to be in the Illuminati, but I don't believe that's true.
2007 hit Umbrella.
To a degree, I don't think that's
true. The video
true.
was full of satanic imagery, including a demonic triangle, 6 shadowy backing dancers, and even Lucifer himself. Other theorists refer to Tupac's album, The Donk-Illuminati, The 7-Day Theory, about which he said, "That's why I'm putting the K to it, because I'm killing that Illuminati shit." He was mysteriously killed before its release. More on that later.
I believe that, yeah.
Number 9.
Tupac was trying to
Area 51
stop the
is
Illuminati.
hiding alien
I believe in the
remains.
Illuminati.
For 60 years, former employees of Area 51 claimed that the Air Force Base harbored aliens, also known as Greys. Former base engineer Bill Uhouse revealed that he had worked with a Grey called J-Rod, who piloted a UFO now stored at the base. Area 51 supposedly stores the remains of aliens and a spacecraft recovered from the 1947 Roswell incident,
I'm not sure
when
if I believe
a
this
UFO reportedly slammed into the New Mexico desert. Witness, Lieutenant Walter Holt, described how 2 aliens were recovered from the craft and taken for autopsies. Meanwhile, he was instructed to tell the press it had simply been an air balloon crash. The CIA only admitted the base's existence in 2013. Many argue this long period of denial was to hide an otherworldly truth. Number 8. The Titanic never sank.
What?
When in 1912 the unsinkable Titanic hit
You're here, there's nothing but fear.
an iceberg and
Titanic,
sank,
I love that movie.
resulting in over 1,500 deaths, the event was decried as an accident of horrific proportions. But amateur historian Robin Gardiner believes the Titanic was actually swapped with its almost identical sister ship, the Olympia. It was an insurance
So the
scam
Olympia
hatched by one of the
sank
world's
then.
most powerful men, financier J.P. Morgan. Morgan switched the ships and arranged the collision in order to avoid hefty losses of profit because he failed to complete the actual Titanic's construction on time. Testimony from survivors describing the ship as it sank includes details that the Titanic didn't have, such as promenades across the deck. However, the Olympia did have these features. Robin Gardner also says that photographs taken by the passengers match the Olympia's
That's actually messed up if
plans,
that's actually
not
true.
the Titanic's. If the
That's really
records
messed
were
up.
doctored, J.P. Morgan was easily in a position to do this unnoticed. Number 7.
So the Titanic was never even finished being built, so they put another ship out to actually sink on purpose, which is actually so messed up if that's actually true, because that would mean that JP Morgan got all his money from the insurance or whatever, so he would make money by killing people, which is honestly really messed up. So let's just hope that's not true, because that'd be really messed up.
Daesh has started World
Daesh?
War III.
Who's
Several
Daesh?
world leaders have claimed that we are in the midst of a third world war that is being unreported.
What the heck?
In July 2016, Pope Francis stated that following the rise of jihadi terrorist movement Daesh, the world is now engaged in World War III under the guise of insecurity. In February 2015, the Iraqi Prime Minister said that Daesh's ambitions to form a world caliphate and its conquest of huge swathes of the Middle East have placed the world in the midst of war. Journalist David Phillips says that Daesh has deliberately lured the US to the Middle East to butcher Americans and ignite a large-scale war. Given how many world powers are now involved in the conflict, including the UK, US, France, and Russia,
that's true.
Phillips's claims are disturbingly plausible.
So it is like a world war.
The CIA assassinated JFK.
I believe this.
The suspicious links between the CIA and the assassination of US President Kennedy have led many to suspect foul play. Political commentator Jerome Corsi says that when Kennedy refused to bow to CIA pressure and invade Cuba, he effectively signed his own death warrant. Lee Harvey Oswald, Kennedy's alleged assassin, was conveniently murdered 2 days after the crime by Jack Ruby, a former CIA gunrunner. This meant Oswald was never interrogated and never put on trial. Furthermore, the investigation into the incident was chaired by a former CIA director who had been fired by the Kennedy administration. Therefore, the official inquiry that blamed Kennedy's killing on a lone gunman may have been biased from the start.
That's insane.
Number 5.
Because, like, if, like, the Illuminati do control, like, the government, JFK was, like, against, like, all, like, the Illuminati stuff, and then a couple days later, like, he mysteriously died. Like, I think that is definitely possible.
Tupac faked his own death.
Tupac, man.
On September the 13th, 1996, Tupac was fatally shot while on a night out with his friend
I hope he faked
Suge
his
Knight.
death. That'd be amazing.
A post-mortem was released and the press reported on his death. But just like the hundreds of people that claim to have seen him in the decades since, Suge Knight insists he's still alive. The sleeve of his final album, finished just before his death, states, "Exit Tupac, enter Machiavelli." Machiavelli was a famous schemer who recommended faking your own death to avoid your enemy's wrath.
That's amazing.
Consequently, many interpret Tupac's cryptic message on his album as proof of his intention to fake his death.
I hope so. That'd be amazing.
Curiously, the only witness to his cremation disappeared soon after the event. Then, in 2015, a retired policeman confessed on his deathbed that he had been paid $1.5 million to help fake Tupac's death. Number 4. Michael Jackson was murdered. Following Michael Jackson's sudden and shocking death in 2009, many suggested that his entertainment promoter, AEG Live, was involved. 2 autopsies found Jackson had died from acute propofol intoxication, an extremely powerful sedative. Jackson's physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter for administering the fatal dose. Murray had been employed by AEG Live. The night before his death, Jackson told his son Prince that AEG's CEO, Randy Phillips, was going to kill him.
Wait, night before his death, Michael Jackson told his son that... What? The day before he died, Michael Jackson told his son that he's gonna literally die, and then he did die, so, like, that's actually insane.
At the trial, Prince said Phillips secretly visited Jackson's home and threatened Dr. Murray to administer more drugs to the star. Number
That's so
3,
messed up, man.
The CIA controls the weather. The High Frequency
I don't
Active
believe that.
Auroral Research Program, or HAARP, was officially meant for communications research, but it was long suspected of being a secret US government system to control the weather until the facility was closed in 2015. Established in 1993 and controlled by US armed forces, HAARP generated an enormous 3.6 megawatts of energy continuously released into the ionosphere. Dr. Bernard Eastlund,
I guess they
a
could control the
former
weather if
senior
they want
HAARP
to.
scientist, said the technology is certainly capable of weather modification. Meanwhile, Josh Jordan, a National Review blogger, noted that President Obama experienced a surge of popular support after his response to Superstorm Sandy, just before he stood for re-election in 2012. The theory goes that the US government created the storm to keep Obama in power. Number 2.
That's scary, man.
NASA has discovered an alien civilization. In 2015, a UFO appeared on the International Space Station live stream. NASA immediately shut the camera down. When the camera came back on, the object had disappeared.
I want to see that again. I never actually knew that. I believe
Further
in
out
aliens.
in space, there is even evidence of alien constructions. Astronomer Jason Wright says irregular light patterns in star KIC 8462852 indicate an alien megastructure is harvesting energy from stars in its neighborhood. Former NASA astronaut Dr. Brian O'Leary reportedly said, "Civilizations have been visiting us for a very long time. These visitors use the technologies of consciousness." And in 2010, WikiLeaks published a classified email from Albinus Januska, an advisor to the Lithuanian premier. It said there are a group of UFOs who are making influence on the cosmos. This suggests there is a lot more known to government than is revealed to the general public.
They definitely all know about it.
9/11.
9/11 was a government plot. Classic. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Do you believe that 9/11 was a government plot?
Was a government plot. 15% of American citizens believe the US government was involved in the September 11 terror attacks. Much of them agree with former LAPD investigator Michael Ruppert, who says it was a government operation to justify invading Afghanistan for oil. Architect Richard Gage argues that it is almost impossible the Twin Towers collapsed from fire. Studying over 100 previous skyscraper fires, Gage concluded that their steel frames remain upright irrespective of internal damage.
That's actually insane.
Some suggest the government staged the collapse using the rare compound thermide. This can melt steel and leaves no trace. Additionally, on September the 10th, 2001, stock options on the airlines involved in the attack increased extraordinarily for no apparent reason. Someone made a fortune on the market in the aftermath of the tragedy.
That's messed
Many
up.
suspect that insider trading occurred, as high-profile American investors profited from the terror attacks. But perhaps the real significance of this conspiracy theory is how it has undermined trust in the American government and fomented dissatisfaction and disillusionment with the system.
Well, that's honestly messed up. I do personally believe the Illuminati is real. I believe that aliens are real. There were a couple other ones. Tupac faked his death, maybe, because Tupac named his album Machiavelli, and Machiavelli means come back, or like the guy who faked his death, right? So like there's like a lot of different similarities. A cop came forward and said that Tupac paid him $1.5 million. Suge Knight, his manager, said that Tupac's still alive. And like the only witness at the scene of the crime like disappeared, so like no one there's no proof. Like the gunman for Tupac has never been named either. There's a lot of information that makes no sense, so maybe Tupac faked his death. And yeah, let me comment down below which conspiracy theories do you believe in. There's a lot of them here, and yeah, want to see the full link videos in the description down below. And if you want me to react to any of your videos, leave me a comment down below with the video and I will go check it out. And hope you guys have an amazing day. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace.